It's your boy Zay coming back with another video. You know what I'm saying? How everybody feeling today? Let me know down in the comments. Yo, we finna do another reaction, man. By the title of this, man, this is sad, man. That's why I say y'all always think before y'all do, man. But by the title of this, y'all, Louisiana rapper unalived his ex-co-worker on camera at work after he tried to take his weapon. Now, y'all, by the time of this, man, it's sad, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, y'all, make sure y'all think before y'all do, man. Put God first, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we about to get to the video, man. Taste no shit, bro. Taste no shit, bro. He pump faking. I take your bag. Police know it's don't do all that. I take it.
Noon hour, I'm Matt Venezio. We start your newscast off with a story that we broke to you in the early morning hours on this Tuesday. A 21-year-old killed after a shooting took place at the Amazon Fulfillment Center. Details, they've been slim all morning long, but we're slowly learning more information from local officials.
They fled the scene before officers arrived and are not yet in custody. Their name has also not yet been released.
But I ain't gonna lie, y'all, is that self-defense, though? I don't know, because if somebody tried to take your weapon, like, ain't that self-defense? Like,
officials confirmed that Amazon did evacuate the facility, and again, this shooting is still under investigation. We'll update you as we know more.
You know, in certain situations, even though somebody lost their life, it's going to be tough for some people to have some type of sympathy based on the information surrounding on what took place. Now, where I'm from, what we're about to discuss is a huge no-no, especially knowing you're not even tight. And I'm sorry, fam. When people say tight nowadays, especially where I'm from, meaning having protection, having your firearm on you. Today, we talk about a man who gunned down an ex-co-worker on his job for trying to take his gun. Shot him in the head. Now, today, we're going to play a video, what I can play on YouTube. And I want you guys at the conclusion, let me know if this self-defense or is this young rapper going down the road for a very long time. Today, we go over the details. Hear from his mom. We reached out. I'm hoping she reached back while I do this video. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. Fam, in this video, we're going to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, known for rappers like Kevin Gates, Boosie Badass, a.k.a. Lil Boosie, and even NBA Youngboy. Now, some quick facts on Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and their artists using drumline beats reflect the deep connection to the region's rich cultural traditions, rooted in marching bands, parades, and local festivities like Mardi Gras. The rhythm symbolized community pride, resilience, and a sense of identity, drawing inspiration from the legendary HBCU marching bands and local traditions that have been passed down through generations. Incorporating drumline sounds allow artists to pay homage to their hometown while creating powerful, energetic music that resonate with their community. And you can hear their artists' music like Fredo Bang.
Did gaming take over your life? You're not alone, and it might not be your fault. The makers of games
Now, he's a well-known rapper, but the victim and the suspect of today's story, what they were aspiring rappers who also used drum lines in their music. Meet the suspect, Carl Gene Nash, just 18, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, known by his rap stage name, Soul 1X. Last year, Carl came home from a petty charge, and he worked at a local Amazon fulfillment center in his hometown that was built in 2022 for $200 million. Completed in December of 2022, the fulfillment center created over 1,000 jobs and over 800 construction jobs in the capital city. And that was during the pandemic, where orders went through the roof for Amazon because everybody was home. Fast forward 3 years later, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as of April 28, 2025, there have been 28 confirmed fatal overdoses. Year-to-date murders from January to February of 2025 were 334, a 21.6 decrease compared to the same period in 2024 with 426. The NOPD made 76 arrests for illegal firearm possessions in 2025, a 56% decrease from 173 in 2024. Additionally, 341 firearms were seized in 2025, a 44% decrease from 615 seizures in 2024. Now, I said all that because on April 29, 2025, Carl decided to take his firearm to his workplace at Amazon. And regardless if his firearm was legal or not, the fact he had a record, he was prohibited from carrying a firearm. And on top of that, the fact he felt the need to carry a firearm in his workplace let us know he out here beefing outside of work. And strangely enough, one of his ops might be an ex-co-worker who worked at the Amazon fulfillment center as well. He pulled up on this night, April 29th, 2025. His name was Dalen Anthony, just 21 years old. He also was an aspiring rapper named BG Native.
Only got 3 to understand. I get loaded, ease the pace, fuck up with this fuck again. All of the critics, they know I'm the...
Now, it's unknown why Dalen came up to his job, unless it was the sole purpose to get into an altercation with Carl. Now, Dalen ended up getting into a physical confrontation with Carl and realized that Carl had a firearm on him, even while at his workplace. But not knowing he recorded, Dalen decided to try to press Carl, shouting, "I'll take your firearm. I'll take your shit." Then he pushed him. Carl decided to brandish his firearm. Then Dalen wanted to run inside the Amazon building, and Carl had shot him in the head. Unfortunately, Dalen didn't survive. May he rest in peace. A love of condolences to his family.
He pump faking. Yeah, take that boy too.
Amazon warehouse at Cortana last night, leaving a man dead, and now an Amazon employee, former employee, on the run, accused in the killing. Police so far, for some reason, have refused to release the suspect's name, although they tell us they know who it is. Our Elizabeth Bourgeois is here with what she's learned. Lizzie.
Investigators have identified the victim as 21-year-old Dalen Anthony, and he was a former employee of the Amazon facility. And like you said, police know who the shooter is, but have not released his name. The shooting happened just inside one of the glass entrance doors to the Amazon fulfillment center at the site of the old Cortana Mall off Florida. We're told video shot by a bystander shows 2 men in a heated verbal argument outside before the two head inside and 4 gunshots ring out.
It's just unfortunate whenever we have a loss of life and there was an intent to commit murder or to kill someone based off of a non-random act, but a targeted attempt.
Police say 21-year-old Dalen Anthony, a former employee here, died on the scene.
Apparently there was some kind of argument that took place prior to the shooting, which led up to him being shot. But what the actual motive was, we have not developed that yet.
The big question tonight, what led to the beef between the 2 men that ended in deadly gunfire?
A lot of these incidents are not random acts of violence. Of course, things like this happen as a result of a dispute or an ongoing dispute that could have been happening for days, weeks, months, we don't know.
Amazon issued a statement saying, "We're saddened by this senseless act of violence and are focused on supporting our employees during this time. We're working with Baton Rouge police in their active investigation." Anyone with any information should call Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP.
Now, when Carl was identified as the shooter and got arrested, Dalen's mom had went under that post and said the following: "I forgive you, son. Just know that you don't need pride to be a man. Seek God, and he will forgive you too. You are just a baby, my God." And speaking of Dalen, after doing my research, he allegedly was fired back in December of 2024. But it was also reports that he was there to get his job back, to talk to HR. You have to go to the job site. They don't have a number to call and talk. But Dalen's mom had went to Instagram and said the following: "God, never in a million years I thought I would have to come to the scene to see my child lifeless body laying there. And nothing I can do to save you. God, please, please help me. Mama gonna always love you, son. Always. Please, y'all. Let me process this. Love you all. Forever, son. Forever. Hashtag forever 21. Now, as we wrap this video up, once again, Dalen, rest in peace. A love of condolences to your family. Anyone who was affected by this video, we send 11 prayers your way. It's a crazy scenario. You can only imagine what a man going through outside of work that he felt compelled to bring his firearm on the job site. And I gotta be real. I'm sure if that young man could have those 10 seconds back, he probably wouldn't try to go against a man that have a firearm and he don't, because he probably think he won't use it at the job site. I hope somebody get to learn from this. It ain't that serious. Now, fam, I gotta ask. Remember at the very beginning where I said, is this self-defense or you think he's sitting down? I mean, you probably got to check out the entirety. Go to the Family TV Instagram page. It's right there. But the dude ran inside the Amazon building, meaning the victim at first and then the suspect followed behind, even though he was pushed and roughed up prior to shooting that man 4 times. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments.
How y'all feel, man? Do y'all think this was self-defense? You know what I'm saying? Let me know down in the comments, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But hey, y'all, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button, y'all. Yeah, rest in peace, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll catch y'all next video.